This place is cool. It's got toilets, running water, toilet seats, beautiful barbecue. I'm gonna have a party here, man. It's got enough parking. Yeah, why not? Gotta do that. Little barbecue, little BBQ, invite some folks. That'll be fun. They have these cultural recreation places all over. This one seems like it's not doing so well. I don't know if I want to go down that way right now. I think I'll go back up to the top. Yeah, so that's a good place to sit and do a video. I do better if I'm like get some air in my brain. When I talk at my desk, I just can't. Terrible. It's bad. Oh, peaches. Fuck. Ripe peaches on the tree. Ooh. I love this time of year because you can go hike around and just grab one. A little this, a little that, and eat it. It's really nice. People don't mind. Oh, there's a cool motorcycle hanging. Yeah, so convince some people to come populate one village. You know, our little township has a bunch of villages. So, you know, you don't have to live on top of each other. But, you know, live in the same region and get together and set up a business and do some things, help each other out, establish a personal network. And of course, you can do all your high-tech blockchain stuff, but you still are on the superstructure or infrastructure of the state and the EU and whatnot. You have to figure things out carefully, do things right. I'm gonna go see what that view has in store for moi. This is very nice. Yeah, a lot of times I come to this area via a different route, and takes a lot longer. I tend to get lost. But now that I see it from this side, it's starting to come together, the map in my brain, and I think I'll be able to come here easily. Oh, there's Canada, Portugal. Hola, Canucks. I have to go over there and say hi. I used to live close to Canada. Let's be friends. Nice shade. Yeah, this is very nice. I like this. This is a lot closer than I thought. And knowing this from this angle now, it's going to make it a lot easier for me to take this route to Caldas de Rainha. For sure. Oh man, this is awesome. I know where I am, and it's really exciting because I've gotten lost here so many times when I was coming from this direction, from the Caldas direction, Caldas de Rainha, and I'm coming home and I get totally twisted, so I have to remember to stay left there. Go over on that ridge behind me. Yeah, if I do that, I have just shaved some time off of my ETA. Oh, this is nice. After so many rides, and every time you discover some little thing that pieces the map together in your brain. They're putting in new wires around here. So the GNR, that's the police that take care of all the in-between bits, the roads and highways, and they come out and they ensure safety for these worker guys, especially where it's a little bit more busy. So yeah, they do some infrastructure work all the time here, despite being a terribly poor country, as you can see. Poverty, misery. These poor people at a cafe, it's tragic. Tragic. Where are the, wisteria lanes? Where are these track homes, mansions going on and on to the horizon with big box stores? Where are they? How can people live like this? So sad. I'm kidding. I love it here because it's more modest, man. It's a modest life. So people aren't all up in each other's shit all the time. That's a nice schoolhouse right there. And it's still operational. I've always thought fixing up a schoolhouse would be fun. And all these churches, a lot of them just aren't being used. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You hit that front brake, man. You gotta be careful. So I wanted to turn off to that view spot. And I definitely don't want to go down here, I don't think. Because there's a really nice view spot. So yeah, even though I'm starting to piece it together, I'm still getting turned around. I know where this goes. And I don't want to go there. So I've got to. Nice spot. Well, that place has a panoramic view. There you go. People should have my problems. No. I'm not wishing that on anybody. Atenção. Reduza a velocidade. Slow down. Escola. Crianças. Well, where did I? No, I didn't mess up. Yeah. Still, I like this area. Enclosed porch. This cafe is nice. I'm getting hungry. They have a lot of these cafes in these villages have little grocery stores. So in all these villages, you can always get what you need. You know, basics. Eggs and tomato sauce and bread. bacon, whatever. Now I'm looking at this other little place. That was the park over there. Dramatic view spot is the thing. That's the kind of drama you want in your life. It's a good view with rolling hills and villages. It's the perfect kind of drama. If you want to be a drama queen. So this is fun. I'll go right up here and see what happens to me. I did that before. I know where that goes. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So this is where you got to bear left. Cool old cars. Whoa. Smells good. I love the heat. It's deceptive because with the wind on the bike, you don't feel how you're dehydrating. And I can feel the sun on my back despite wearing a fairly thick short sleeve shirt. It feels like I'm getting a sunburn right through the shirt. The sun is strong here. Yeah, so write up something, float it out there, see if anyone's interested. That's the name of the game. Because at some point, your body and your brain just run out of gas. You get gassed and you slow the heck down, you know? I'm always happy, like my brother's half-brother's daughter. She has nice old people in her life, and she cares about those old people. She really does. And they're really nice old people. They're very active and cool and interesting. Because when you get old and you're alone, that's a bummer, I guess. Like these shut-ins in Tokyo, they die in their tiny little postage stamp apartments and nobody notices until they start to stink, till the cadaver is rotting, and then somebody says, I think somebody died in that apartment. Then they come and clear it out and there's hardly anyone to call. It's a thing. Yeah, it is kind of weird, you know. I do agree with some of the right-wing folks who are concerned about it getting easier and easier to kill yourself. You know, euthanasia, having a little stash of fentanyl in case you want to kick it. And people just having this idea, you know, we don't want to have families, we don't want to make babies. We want to be able to kill ourselves at our prime. If we can't upload ourselves onto the server. It's pretty fucked up. Pretty damn tragic. As opposed to having a multi-generational community where people give a fuck about each other and recognize each other's value to the community. Whoa, man. What's up with that? And if people are feeling that that's a thing, that we're losing our communities and our families and whatnot, then that's not good. Even if Pinker's grad students can do research with the help of OpenAI and find the stats about how that's really not a thing. People perceive that because they go on the internet. But actually, it's all peachy. Birth rate is fine. Families are good. Jobs everywhere. You didn't lose your job to AI, brah. A door just opened. A new opportunity to retrain and be all you can be. To find another niche. It's an adventure. Life shouldn't be locked into some traditional way of life, season after season. That's boring, man. Supermercado. See what I'm saying? You know, you live in this village, you got your staples. Walk down to the store. Whoa, nice cactus. Holy moly, people. Wow, that is a freaking awesome thing. See? Envy. Nothing but envy. In this poor little country in the far west of Europe, there is so much to envy. How can that possibly be? I don't have a huge cactus in front of my place. Oh, just got an idea. Let's plant a cactus. So original. But honestly, I'm thinking with the gardens and whatnot, I gotta figure out how to landscape so that it can deal with the deluge of the rainy season and the dry spell, because right now we're headed into the dry spell and that lasts for months. This is nice. Lots of orchards here. Yeah, so my disease, my malaise, I still have a low-grade weird headache. But I don't feel as bad as I did when I woke up. It's terrible when you go to sleep around 11 and you wake up around 6 or 7 and you feel tired. And you look at your smartwatch data on your smartphone and it says you got hours of REM sleep and all that kind of stuff. And you're going, what the fuck? So blame it on whatever. Blame it on the lack of chipmunks in the neighborhood. Blame it on the black scenes, the black seas. Black scenes. Awesome zona. Grapes. Grapevines. Dorma. Do you want some Dorma? Honestly, I gotta figure out how to collect those grape leaves and how to treat them with olive oil and whatever, so I can make some dolma at home. Greek dolma, very good stuff. I love it. Love that stuff. Mine. Yeah, so also I was watching Scarface, De Palma. Wow. Whew. That is a classic, man. Al Pacino's on fire. It's just, and if you watch it, the right copy of it, online or otherwise, it's really a gorgeous bit of filmmaking. The colors and everything, it's really, really awesome. 70s, man. Gotta love it. Just past another peach orchard, and the peaches are perfect right now. Woo! I'm gonna go to Santana Market this weekend and buy peaches. Maybe this weekend, next weekend. Probably a few weeks from now. I don't know if they're, well, somewhere they're being picked. Yeah, peaches, man. I had a couple peaches the other day when I was walking around, and they were perfect. Juicy, ripe, sweet. Oh my God. Man, I'll tell you. You know, if human beings took an interest at large numbers, 20%, 30%, and a bunch of our leaders and investors in stewarding the earth, the land, this whole thing would turn around pretty quick, because human beings can accelerate good health in nature with our knowledge and understanding and science, traditions, passion. We can fix it all. It'll do better with our help. If we're not around and all the nuclear material melts down, who knows what's going to happen. But it would be cool if human beings decided they were going to participate in, well, yeah, whatever. Pick your ancient example. You're going to create your Garden of Eden. And the country club is going to be for all the people. And it just requires the experiential and the health, education, welfare, people growing up well to make it happen, over several generations. That's not what we're going to do, though. We're going to become a multipolar world, try to figure out how to compete and trade, and yeah, it's going to be, I wish I'd like to be one of those human members of the Garden of Eden. It's like, yeah, that's the idea, and we can make it if we want. We could literally just make it. Whew. It's something we could do. If people, I still think like Robert Sapolsky's great. I'm talking about him now because I'm reading Behave, but I've read a lot of his stuff over the decades, and well, at least 20 years. And I wish everybody would read that book and understand it. I mean, it's hard if you don't have a background in some of the things, but it's written for a general audience and it's very well organized. So if you take your time and look things up as you're going through it, you can kind of get a sense of what he's talking about in terms of brain regions and endocrine system and nature, nurture, and all that kind of stuff that goes on. that result in human behavior. Human behavior is complex, and it's not just, your fault that you behave a certain way. If you get angry, it's not just testosterone. There's a lot more to it. And if people understood that, they would look at people in a different way and probably decide that it was best to raise humans up in a healthy environment and give them experiences that enhance their sense of pro-socialness and so on, and their reverence for life and appreciation for certain kinds of things that we might consider benevolent, rather than just suffering and being treated like shit and then lashing out and wanting to kick ass and take names. Compete, motherfucker. I'll show you. There's somebody out there. So a high net worth individual, really good friend of yours. I want you to ask that person to purchase this orchard and facility down here, and I want that person, so make sure he understands this, he or she, to create hard cider, pear and apple hard cider. I mean, I'm talking like 8 to 12% alcohol. 6 to 12 out of the produce here, and then have lots of nice tours of the facility and get the recipe right and talk about it. Make that part of the village, the high-tech, high-touch village that I alone can create. Just kidding. So there's the orchard, right? It goes on and on down this valley here, and on the left as well. And that's the facility I'm talking about. It's beautiful. Take a good look. I see possibilities, but I'm a dreamer. So, not high quality, man. I can dream about things that aren't gonna happen, but still enjoy it. So yeah, isn't that something else? What a facility, man. It's beautiful. Guys looking at me like, why are you looking at the facility? What you think, man? Can I help you? Can I help you, mister? You're eyeballing the facility. I don't know if I like that. I'm sure it's nothing like that. Anyway, there's a little reservoir where they have the water, and by the end of August, that'll be empty, completely dry. Maybe sooner, depends on the weather. But all the produce is coming in, man. It's all on the tree right now, so they're gonna have a good harvest. The thing is, they're not making any hard cider there. They're not making anything. And that breaks my heart. Because once a month, you got to have a hard cider party with your friends. That's if you're living. You have your music, your dancing, your musicians, your food, your beautiful, lovely environment, your views, and you're laughing, telling jokes and stories, eating and sharing together, and getting blasted on hard cider. Several different types with really cool names and labels. That'd be great fun. Just gonna ride down to the cider place, pick up a couple cases for the party. So tell your high net worth friend We're here in Santa Catarina, and we're gonna populate this place with the kind of people you want to be around. And one of them's gonna make hard cider down there. I'm gonna visualize it. And while I'm visualizing it, I'm gonna call up Oprah Winfrey and ask her if she's interested. Because I'm visualizing it. It has to come true, Oprah. Like do a spoof on the Sunset Express. Only you're talking to a new age person. Like somebody who's into Oprah Winfrey. And the other guy's like a really rad, cool NRX, new right guy who's planning to buy a village in Romania